So what is passive voice? And why do we use passive voice? So here we have the answer. That why do we use passive voice? When object is more important than subject. When object is more important than subject. For example, if you take the simple structure, so we have simple structure subject, verb and object. In our normal you can say tenses, our subject is most important. But in passive voice, our object is more important than subject. Getting me? And so why? Definitely. So why? Object is more important than subject. Here we have the reasons. When we don't know who or what does something. For example, my car was stolen. For example, this was a car, or my car. For example, you're saying that my car was stolen. So that's why you don't know, na, who stole your car. Definitely. So you say that when we don't know who or what does something, so we use passive voice. When we are not interested who or what, the factory was painted. So we are not interested here who painted this factory. Getting me? So when we are not interested who or what. When subject is known, my eyes were tested. So we know the subject. We know that doctor. Definitely. So when subject is known, when we don't want to show the subject, for example, the mistake was made. So we don't want to show the subject who made this mistake. Getting me? So why do we use passive voice? We use passive voice when object is more important than subject, and these are reasons. When we don't know who or what does something, when we are not interested who or what, when subject is known, when we don't want to show the subject. So these are reasons, and this is why we use passive voice. So this was lecture on passive voice. Friends, my name is Mohammed Naveed, and in this lecture I am going to teach you passive with tenses. First we have to learn changes in passive. If we will have I, so we change to by me, we by us, you by you, she by her, he by him, they by them, and it by it. Means if we will have this, so we will change into this. Definitely. So you have to know before making passive voice. So this was a lecture on changes in passive voice. I hope you have understood. And in this lecture I am going to teach you passive with tenses. In passive with tenses, first we will learn present indefinite passive voice. So here we have the present indefinite passive voice. So before we go for present indefinite passive voice, I just want to tell you that what is present indefinite. Well, present definite we use for habits, daily routine and universal facts. Here we are talking about present indefinite passive voice. So first we see the structure. So here we have the structure object plus SMR and third form of verb. Object plus SMR plus third form of verb. Here we have the example of a normal present indefinite. So here we have the example that I write a letter. I write a letter. This is a normal present definite example. Now we will change this normal present definite example into present indefinite passive voice. How we will change? With the help of structure we will change. First we will take the object. As you know, we have subject, verb and object. This is the object. Okay. So first what we do, we will take first object. So here we have taken the object. Then after we will use what we will use object we have taken. Then after we will use helping verbs. We have three helping verbs. First is, am, are. Is we use for example, if our subject will be he, or you can say she, or you can say it, or any singular name if our subject will be. So what we will use is. If a subject will be plural, for example, they, we, you, or any plural name, if it comes, so what we will do, we will use are. And if I will come, if I will be subject, what we will use am. Getting me? So here you can see that here we have a singular. As you can see that here we have singular. If the singular will come, so what we will use is. So that's why we have used is. Then what we will use third form of verb. So definitely here we will find that where is the verb. So here we have the verb. And as you can see that this is the verb first form. So we will change this verb first form into verb third form. So that the verb third form is written. Getting me? And now just I is remaining. So as you know that when we have, you can say, if I go on the website, so here we have, okay. So when we will have I, so we will change I into, you can say by me. So we will come here and we have I. So what we will do, we will change I into by me. Getting me? So this is a way to make present indefinite passive voice. Getting me? And if you want to take more examples, definitely you can visit my website www.naveedplis.com. Hello my friends, my name is Mohammad Naveed, and in this lecture I am going to teach you past in passive voice. In order to learn past in passive voice, we need to see the structure of past in passive voice. Here we have the structure object plus was verb plus third form of verb. Object plus was verb plus third form of verb. Here we have the examples. The first example is I wrote a letter. I wrote a letter. This is the normal past indefinite example, and now we will change this normal past indefinite example into past in passive voice. How will change? Definitely with the help of structure we will change. So first we need to take the object. If you know that this is a subject, verb and object, so this is object. So what we do first, we will take the object. So the object is a letter, and then we have to use was over. Was over. If a subject will be singular, for example singular noun, or for example we say he, she, it, any singular, so what we'll use, we use was. And if a subject will be plural, for example we say they, we, or I and you, they're different. So if our subject will be plural, so what we use verb. So here our subject is was, getting me? And then what we have to use, verb third form. What we have to use, verb third form. So here we have verb second form. So we will change this verb second form into verb third form. So the verb third form is written. Now the last thing is remaining by me. If we go in the website, so here we have the changes. So if we have I, so we change I into by me. Getting me? I, and we change to by me. So what we use, here we have I, so we change it to by me. Getting me? So this is the way to make past passive voice. Now we need to see the second example of past indefinite. So the first example is we operated the machine. This is the normal past indefinite example, and we have changed this normal past indefinite example into past passive voice. How did we change? Definitely with the help of structure. So first this is the object, verb and object, subject, and first we took the object. So the object is machine, and here we have just one machine is singular, that's why we use was. And then we use the verb third form. The definitely verb second form is operated, and verb third form also is operated. And now just we is remaining. So as we know that when we will have we, so we change we into by us. Getting me? So definitely we change by us. Getting me? So this is the way to make past passive voice. I hope you have understood. For more videos, lecture and exercises, come to my website www.naveedplace.com. Allah fi aman, and I will meet you in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz. In this lecture, I am going to teach you by versus with. First, we will learn by. So why do we use by? To introduce agent. For example, the letter was written by me. So by we use to introduce agent. So here you can see that me definitely is the agent. Then we have with. What we have? With. So why do we use with? We use with for instrument, material or ingredient. So here we have the examples. The first example is he was killed with a knife. Different. This is what instrument we are showing. The room was filled with smoke. Definitely this is what material. The gap was filled with cement. So here you can see the ingredient. So why do we use by? To introduce agent. We use with for instrument, material and ingredient. Getting me? So this was a lecture on by versus with. I hope you have understood. For more videos, lecture and exercises, come to my website www.naveedplace.com. Allah fi amanillah, and I will meet you in the next lecture. Till then, Allah Hafiz.